Sabrina, and this is my home office. I usually spend the majority of my time here working, eating, chilling, and I've been using my space like this for almost a year since moving to Vancouver to work as a designer in animation. But today, I'm finally going to be able to pick up some furniture for my office. My parents are here visiting, and since they brought a car with them, I'll be able to get everything I need to start filling up the space. So, let's get going! Part of the reason why my office was so empty is because it's my first time moving out to my own place that wasn't pre-furnished. I didn't want to rush the process of picking out the furniture for my home, so I would be happy with what I got for a longer amount of time. Furnishing an entire apartment from scratch is also expensive, so I need to pick and choose the pieces that I want to splurge on versus pieces I could be more flexible about. But luckily, a lot of the furniture I wanted for my office are items I can get at IKEA. So a few days ago, I was able to get a bunch of the furniture pieces that I wanted, though I'm still missing a few decor pieces here and there, but I can gather that over time. My apartment is still very much a work in progress, and even this office makeover took a long time of planning and research to make sure the furniture that I wanted would fit my budget, my aesthetics, and my needs. But for now, I can start getting my office set up with what I have and start giving it a long overdue makeover. The first thing I need to do is clear out my desk so I can place a rug underneath it and redo my cable management. My cables have been a bit of a mess ever since I started adding new things to my setup, and this is the perfect opportunity to fix them up. I got this cable box to organize my cables, but it didn't end up working for me, so it'll have to go. I've been wanting a rug to make my office feel cozier and to fill in some of the negative space on the floor. Having a rug helps tie together the space and divide the room into sections, and based on how I've positioned my desk, I'll have half the room to fill with anything I want later. I've been looking for a tall shelf unit to put in the corner of my office, and IKEA had one that was similar to what I wanted at a relatively affordable price. IKEA furniture is known for being easy to put together, but this one was a bit of a struggle. I thought every IKEA product came with an instruction sheet, but this one really wasn't one. Well, I decided to try building my shelf unit without one because all those videos where people did it without instructions meant I could do it too, right? Yeah, I gave up and took to the internet. I should have done this sooner, but even if it made certain things a little easier to understand, it didn't make the labor easier. Regardless, I was happy with how it turned out, despite how sore I left my arms after. I have a few things left to put together before I can start decorating, and one of them is a beanbag. I wanted to create a cozy corner by the windows that I could relax on, or a space where guests could sit and chill with me in my office. While a regular lounge chair would have worked the same, I figured a beanbag would be more fun and comfortable in the case that I ever wanted to lean back and potentially take a nap. Now that everything's finally set up, let's start putting everything back in its place and start decorating. For my office, I wanted to go for something cozy, warm, and minimalist to keep everything feeling clean with sprinkles of my personality here and there. I'm keeping my desk relatively simple for now with just the essentials and a newly added Google Nest as a speaker to play some ambient music. I'm moving my plushies that were previously on my desk to my newly integrated shelves as I think they'll fit the space there better and add more life to it. I also put some fake plants here because real plants are a commitment that I have yet to commit to, but that's something I'm considering adding in the future since my space gets a lot of sunlight. To wrap up the shelf unit, I'm displaying some of my favorite art books and some designs I previously worked on. This pegboard is one of my new favorites in my office. It's a great spot to display some of my favorite art and decor while being easy to reconfigure to my liking. I especially wanted a place where I could display charms as they're my favorite merch items to buy at conventions, but was never able to put them up on display as easily as prints. Thanks to this pegboard, I now have a space to hang up not only charms, but anything else I want to put up in the future. With that, here's the final office reveal. Coming from an empty office where it ended up being partially a storage room, I am happy to finally see my office set up and decorated properly. It feels rewarding knowing all the research I did looking for the right furniture has turned this office into a warm and cozy space that I would be happy to spend the majority of my day in. While there's many things I would still like to add to the space, I know it'll be better to take my time to find the right pieces rather than rush the process. I hope you enjoyed seeing the process of my office coming together and transforming from this to this. I'm looking forward to improving on my desk setup in the future and continue adding my personality to the space through my decor and furniture pieces I choose. Thank you for joining me on my journey to put together my office, and I hope to see you in the next one.